In this first section of Steps for Success, I'm just going to show you a quick overview of my office, how I keep things, just to give you something to model after, maybe get some ideas from. I have a Brother color printer. Keep my office supplies down here in the bottom. My filing cabinet, whiteboard with, or I can put notes and what have you, or goals. I have a black and white printer here, another filing cabinet, monitor, recording microphone, and just to show you how important it is to keep your files straight and be organized so you can pull them for requirements. This is how I do it. The next thing I'm going to show you is how I organize my leads. This is just a personal preference. I like to know where everything is at any portion of the stage, from beginning, before the appointment, to follow up and post appointment. So this is just a cheap accordion file that I got at Office Max, Walmart somewhere. They're just inexpensive. You can pick them up anywhere. And as you can see, it expands open. So I have my appointments that I've set for the week. Appointments not set, so I know those are leads that I have not called yet. I have to call. Maybe I have tried them and attempted them, so I put notes, on each one of the leads as I make a call. Appointment completed. So if you look at this, when I leave a home, I take the application and the lead and all the information with it, and I stick it in here. That way I can just pull that file out when I get home. And then I have a door knock. So these are people that I've not gotten in touch with, or for one reason or another, or I just need to go by and have a visit with them. Surprise! Okay, so then I have mortgage protection leads in other counties that I run, file expense in other counties, and mortgage protection follow-up folders. So one thing I want to show you with this is how I actually set the package up, if I can get this out. Okay, so these are all in order by appointment. So when I go from one, I'm usually running a pretty tight schedule. I just reach in and grab the very next one, and I slip it in my portfolio before the appointment. So as you can see, I have a sticky on here, and it just has general notes that I took during the initial conversation and appointment process. The next thing I want to show you is the carrier underwriting sheet. So this is very important for you guys to have this in your package, because I have all the client's information. I can put down the medications and the use and what have you. This is also where you can go in and help the client with retirement plans based off of the information you find. And so the next thing is the benefits of mortgage protection. I give this to the spouse generally as I'm taking the husband's information. This way she has a little bit better idea of what mortgage protection will do for her, and plus it hits home in a few places. And then the last thing is the emergency response system. And what I do with this is I give it to the clients after the sale has been made, and I tell them 20% of policies are actually not accounted for, or not recovered or paid out in the country. And to help prevent this with them, if they will just give me the name of 6 or 7 friends or family members, and just put their name and their phone number down, I'll fill out all the other information, and then I send them a letter telling them that I've done business with you. I'm your insurance agent. If something happens, to contact me. Occasionally, you're going to get an appointment set just from that alone. I don't try to solicit. I don't try to sell them. I just send them the letter and put my business cards in it. And so that is how I organize my leads. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is my portfolio that I take in the house. And so I believe it's very important to have a nice portfolio, something that makes you look a little bit more professional. Just don't go in with a 3-ring binder. Notice that I have my very next appointment and lead queued up in the top, so I can just slide it out and look at it if I need to as I approach the door, or if I forget their name, which is embarrassing. You don't want to do that. When I open it up, it's just a standard portfolio. I keep extra pen, but one thing I do keep in here are extra business cards. And these business cards from clients, I give them out as referrals as I see, a need for it. So for senior care, for lawn and garden, or for tree cutting services, I keep those, and I have actually gotten referrals from those. And so there's a small pocket in here, and I keep underwriting guides in here and 1 or 2 extra forms if I happen to need it, so I don't have to dig around my briefcase. So here's what the goodies are. So this is when I'm sitting in front of a client, this is my cheat sheet. So I know exactly what carriers to go with versus age or amounts. And so this is really, really handy as an initial, I guess I'd say as initial glance, or right at the beginning. And then you also have a whole life version of that as well. So let's flip this, and this is the go, no go. So this is the term life. And notice that I have it laminated, so it cost a couple of bucks, I think, at Office Max or Office Depot. And also keep a dry erase in here so I can mark through all the ailments or declines or what have you, so the client can see that I'm doing what's best for them. I'm not trying to upsell them or sell them a high-end product. The next thing I have is the whole life. I do like the old one a little bit better. It's easier on the eyes, and it's also easier on the clients, especially if you're somebody that's a little bit older and needs reading glasses. The next section I have is guaranteed issue, and so if you'll look, this is Great Western. I have AIG, and this has their rate chart, so I can flip right to it if I'm in that situation where I need to do that. On the back, I have it where I can actually explain the living benefits to them, and they can actually see it. I have Gerber next, with then just a couple of other rate charts in here from Mutual Omaha for income protection. So then I'm going to go through the underwriting guide, and so this is a Mutual Omaha. This is just a quick snapshot of LSW. So if you're going to do an annuity, or if you're going to do a term product, you need to have this chart with you so you don't end up getting a person into a pyramid situation by age or by apply amount. Again, here's some more living benefits information. Here's just a 1-page underwriting guide for rural neighbors. I also have the height weight chart, so BMI. So a lot of guys don't have this with them, and it really helps to protect your client and to know which product you're going to put them in, or even if they're going to qualify at all based off their BMI. The next thing you're going to have is the medications, and I use that in conjunction with triage. And then I also have a diabetes chart. Now this is something pretty cool that LSW has come up with. It's just a go, no go. Again, basically a red light, yellow light, and green light. So each one of these tell you certain conditions. Take a look at it a little bit better, and either you're not going to be able to submit it, or if you submit it, there may be other requirements. So I just keep, this is just really quick information in here. Now here's something I do try to show as we're talking about living benefits of products and how National Life Group compares to all the other companies. And you can see there's some big players in here. Lincoln, Prudential, Pennsylvania, or Penn Mutual, I'm sorry, New York Life, and so forth. So I'm going to flip this back. I have just a quick cheat sheet for for universal life products, and then I have always my carrier contacts if I don't have them in my phone, and I think I have 99% of them, but I always keep this in here. I have contact information for Emeritus. I have some Athene information if they ask for an annuity or ask for information on annuity or retirement planning. I have quick notes just to jump in here. I also keep this chart in here, and it shows them the benefit of an annuity and working the index, whether either in a life policy or an annuity versus stocks in the stock market. And so I just have other questionnaires. I have additional information for them in case I need it. And then I have, I like to keep this for Foresters, the benefits of being a Foresters member. And then we're going to go back to the last page, and this is really important too. If you'll look at this, let's get this glare off of this. This is all the carriers I'm appointed with. It lets me know for new business or just in time, but the biggest thing as I have my writing number. So I really recommend that you guys keep this with you in your portfolio at all times, unless you're really, really good at those numbers and memorizing them all. And then I just have general notes. So that's it for this section. Now I'll show you how I organize my bag. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at my bag or my briefcase that I keep all my stuff in. So just going to start on the outside a little bit. I have a couple of pockets. I keep little clips in it, paper clips, whatnot, spring clips. I have extra stuff in here, my pens. I do keep this little portfolio. It's pretty cool. I can slip receipts and stuff in there and keep up with it when I'm driving. I have extra flossers if you go somewhere after lunch or after breakfast. And really important before an appointment is some Crest. You don't want to go in and have yuck mouth by any shape, form, or fashion. Alright, so then we're going to go in and look, and this is just a small laptop. I'm a Mac guy myself, but I had to get this little Windows, this little Dell, flips over, and you can, it acts as a tablet too. Power cords in here. Let's see, here's some Forrester's brochures that I keep in here for each one of their products. And let's see, then we're going to go into the apps. So these are all my paper apps that I take in. Even though we do have a lot of electronic technology, and I do like to write electronic apps as much as possible, I do and have found myself in rural situations. So just to give you sort of an idea how we do this, just grab this in the middle. These are the ones that I write most. So you can see this first one is just a Mutual of Omaha. And let's see. So then I have my term apps. I keep different underwriting questionnaires or whatnot. I have everything in here that I need just in case. I don't ever want to be short-handed. This is GPM, so I do have things color-coded. I just knew that was blue for them. So I have both whole life and term applications in here, as well as some brochures to give the clients. And last but not least, I do have some Forrester stuff in here. So if you want to sell a Forrester's accidental, you need to do a paper app with those. And again, there's different questionnaires that I keep with me in case I'm in a situation where I need that. So that's basically all there is to keeping your bag together. And so now we'll move on to the next phase. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you guys was exactly how I keep my trunk and how I go on an appointment. And yes, that's corny, I'm sure, I know, but we have a lot of novelty tags here in Alabama. So just so you guys can see this, it looks like a lot, but I do have a printer way back there in back. I do run Georgia, so I have a whole separate folder stack for them that I can just switch out. I do keep a ream of paper in that box, but here's what's important as well. Get this stuff out of the way, is these are all extra apps. So if I'm out somewhere, if I'm traveling and I don't have access or quick access to a computer, these are extra apps in here, and I have them filed by company and by carrier. And let's move this out of the way. So this drum is nothing but product brochures, and so I have them all Mutual of Omaha, Guaranteed Advantage or Critical Advantage overview, all kinds of stuff in here, National Life Group. But I keep all of these, and whenever a client buys something, this is what I give them. I have the extra brochures I showed you, like from Forrester's for Strong Foundation and whatnot, that I keep in my bag because I do sell a lot of these. And there's some extra questionnaires because I ran out of room in my other folder, or other container rather. And then last but not least, I keep other states. So this is Georgia, Tennessee, some Mississippi, and Ohio. So I don't go there that much, so it's not that full. I only keep the basic essentials for what I have. And basically that's it. Now you guys see how I set up my office and how I run my business. Good luck, you guys. Bye.